Hello everyone, back tuning into today's third video. We're doing the CFS 6 Month Look-Ahead for today's third video. So as the name says on the tin, we're going to go 6 months ahead with the CFS V2 model. This is going to take us from next month, December, right way through to May. So it is a little bit of a winter and spring look ahead, but it's just for fun. Just have a laugh at it. Don't take it too seriously. Month 1, 2, if everything is working correctly, then yes, that does have a little bit of scientific merit behind it, but as we go to sort of 3, 4, 5, and 6 months away, it's far too far out to be able to get a reliable indication. So as we go further and further out, the more unreliable it becomes. It really is just have a laugh and see what it's showing. So I'll get on that for you very shortly, just to say that the first video released today was the week ahead forecast. So as always on Saturday, got the detailed week ahead look ahead. And also a week to 10 day video update as well. So catch up with both of those videos when you are done with this one. Busy day coming up tomorrow. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Right, so I'm going to start off with the 700 millibar height anomalies, and then have a look at the corresponding temperature and precipitation anomalies that go with those heights. We're beginning with December 2019. So if everything is working correctly, then this will be the most reliable part of the whole thing because it's only 1 month away. So for December, the 700 millibar height anomaly is suggesting an area of above average heights sitting to our south and southwest, a strong ridge from the Azores into much of southern Europe, and to the northwest we've got this deep area of low pressure. It looks unsettled, bring the jet stream through from the Atlantic like that. Looks like an Atlantic onslaught type month, plenty of wet and windy weather. To compensate though, if that's what you like, it will be mild or probably even very mild. Month 2 is January, looking like this. So in January the ridge weakens a little bit, slips down towards kind of like the Canary Islands perhaps, and near Morocco. The low pressure, the below average heights also slips southwards a little bit. This still looks very unsettled. The only difference is that the jet stream is just a little bit further southwards. And so what that means is that it could be a rather more cooler variety of unsettled weather, maybe even with some wintry potential up in the north. There's no particular blocking area of high pressure to drive cold air out of the pole, though, down into the mid-latitude. So we're only talking about rather cold zonality, perhaps, in January, and still very Atlantic-driven. Up to February now, this is month number 3. So obviously this is all very, very unreliable time frame type stuff. Now, in February, we find the below average heights of low pressure centering back towards Greenland and Iceland. The above average heights strengthen through the central part of the Atlantic into much of Europe. The jet stream goes back northwards as well. That's probably still unsettled, particularly for northern areas. The main thing with that is that it could be very mild in February. That's a very, very mild signal for February indeed, as the jet stream is getting shoved northwards, dare I say it, even a bit spring-like perhaps down in the south. This is March, month number 4, shows quite a significant change. We get an area of below average heights then sitting over the top of the country, raising the heights a little bit in the northern latitude. Some higher pressure is appearing up here, and the ridge that's through central parts of the Atlantic into Europe during February, a very strong ridge, is much, much weaker during March. This could send the jet stream southwards. March, therefore, could be a rather more wintry month than any of the winter months put together. So that one definitely looking like the Azores high is weakening. Still unsettled, even into March, with low pressure dominating, but it's one of those months that looks like it could send the jet stream southwards. Bear in mind that's 4 months away, so it is in the realm of being just for fun. April is month number 5, so now we are so far out, but it's just to see what model is showing, really no more than that. Above average heights centering across southern and southwestern parts of Europe, below average heights, low pressure up to the north. Looks like a rather westerly sort of April. So you would expect with that, as we go through to April, that yes, we would have still quite unsettled conditions up in the north. And then month number 6 is May, and very weak signals in May, 6 months away. So, I mean, you would expect the signal to be weak, some higher pressure down here, otherwise there's nothing else to go on. So temperature anomalies for December looking exceptionally mild across most parts of Europe. We're bringing in those west to southwesterly winds, long fetch westerly or southwesterly winds, leading to an exceptionally mild month in most parts of Europe during December. January also looks exceptionally mild across most parts of Europe again, bringing in those long fetch westerlies. The only difference is that westerly and the jet stream is a little bit further southwards, which allows things to turn slightly cooler up in the north of the UK and across perhaps northern parts of Scandinavia. It's still a mild signal even in January, but it could be something just a little bit closer to average. February is exceptionally mild too, so we've got high pressure sitting down here, and down here we've got low pressure up here, and also we're bringing up those long fetch southwesterlies like that in February. March is another milder than average month, even if the temperature anomaly is slightly lower, not quite as mild away from eastern parts of Europe anyway during March, but still above average. April also is a milder than average month, and then May sort of goes closer to average, still on the mild average side really, but just ever so slightly closer to normal. Exceptionally warm 6 months coming up. This is precipitation, so we have above average rainfall forecast for December. Again, long fetch southwesterly winds bring a much wetter than average month to the UK, to Ireland, to most parts of Northern Europe. This deluge goes on into January, which is another very mild Atlantic-driven, low-pressure dominated month in January, so significant above average rainfall there. February goes a little bit drier across southern parts of Europe. The north of Europe still looking very, very wet, though, in February. So just an indication about jet streams going a bit further northwards, really, to that sort of direction. But lots of high pressure down here, and still lots of low pressure around there as well. March is wetter than average through the western part of Europe. I'm trying to find something different to talk about here, but every chart is showing the same sort of scenario. So March is above average. Remember, there might be a little bit of cooler potential for March, although the temperature on was still above average. April is rather wetter than average through many northern parts of Europe, a bit drier than average down across southern Europe. And May looks like that, close to average, really. With precipitation during May. Remember, the signals are so weak for May that it's not worth taking seriously, and it's 6 months away anyway. So we've done a 6 month look-ahead in 8 minutes. I think that's pretty good going. So same old. It's just what CFS has been showing repeatedly over the past few months and probably the past few years as well. So there we go. That's CFS 6 Month Look-Ahead for this month. We shall do it again next month. That may well be the last ever CFS 6 Month Look-Ahead. A little bit of a bombshell being dropped here at the end of the video. I'll let you know with next month's CFS 6 Month Look-Ahead whether we are going to pull the plug on it. You'll find out next month. I know a lot of you want me to pull the plug on the CFS 6 Month Look-Ahead. A few of you want me to keep it going. I'll tell you next month whether December 2019 CFS 6 Month Look-Ahead will be the last one ever on the channel and on gazworthies.com. So that'll be revealed. That'll be revealed next month in December. But after that bombshell, I can tell you that tomorrow we've got a very busy day coming up at Gazworthies. So we're going to start off at 10 a.m. with the 13th Winter 2019-2020 update, and that's going to be a true epic. If you like analogs, that is probably going to have more analogs in it than any other single update. We're going to really push it with the analogs for that one, as well as everything else. We'll look at everything else for the final time. We'll also have the ECMWF Venture France and DWD long-range seasonal updates, so that should be quite an interesting view tomorrow afternoon. There's going to be a Christmas update tomorrow night, and also a live stream on the Gaz Weathers YouTube channel between 5 and 6 o'clock. Maybe let me know in the live stream whether you want me to pull the plug on the CFS 6 Month Look-Ahead, and we'll see what you think about that. And of course, we'll be talking about winter update as well. So, busy old day tomorrow. I don't know how I'm going to get it all in, but I will get it all in. I'll probably be in a heap collapsed on the floor by the end of Sunday evening, but I will get all of those updates in for you tomorrow, and it all kicks off at 10 a.m. with that 13th winter update. Alright, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.